Alright, next up we're going to show you how to do an aged violin top. This is a full build, but really focusing on the coloring in this video. I have some sound clips in the back here. Start with a Sitka spruce top and a one-piece mahogany back body. We're going to go ahead and drill some relief holes and then route out the rest of the body with my router. Then we're going to add some really cool binding, scrape it off, and then get ready to do the coloring. And this aged violin top is going to start with a yellow base, and I'm using water-based colors today because Sitka spruce gets really splotchy, and so I've got 1.5 ounces of water and 20 drops of yellow. I really called out the specifics here. A lot of folks are asking the specifics, and so we're going to go ahead and place that yellow all over the body here and really get it to soak in. You have to be very careful with using spruce. The color really seeps in. I didn't use the Angelus dyes today because once you put that color in, it's going to sit right there and you're not going to be able to fade it. So on a pine-ish type of wood, you're going to have to use watercolors. And then I go with a brown, and again, this is a 1.5 ounces of water and 20 drops of brown. And I'm going to go ahead and then just start feathering the outside. Then we're going to add a little bit of red. Red always adds a little bit more color, gets it to really soak in. So this is again 1.5 ounces of water and 20 drops of red. And I like adding the red because it just adds a little bit of complex coloring into the wood. And so we're just going to feather that red around and get it to soak in, get that spruce to pick up all the different colors. And you can see I went back with a yellow here and then faded in that line. So it gets a nice soft fade, and the water really allows you to do that. So we're going to go back with the brown, and we're going to add another 20 drops to that same mix we made before. So now I've got 40 drops of brown. And again, we're going to take the color and rub it around, and we're going to get that color to fade in slowly. Go back with yellow and brown and really fade it. So then we add another 10 drops of red into that same 1.5 ounces of red from earlier. And then we're going to take the brown rag and fade that in. And again, going back and forth with the brown, red, and yellow, and just getting it so it doesn't look splotchy or the color doesn't sit too long. Trick is to keep the colors moving and not let it sit too long, and fade the colors in. And then we're going to do one last coloring here where we do another 10 drops of brown into that same grouping from before. And this will really darken up the edge. And so I'll go back and forth with yellow and brown and get it to fade in more. Really key to get the colors to sit right and to push them around. Don't let it sit too long. And what's nice about the water is you can continually move it. So that's it. That's the coloring. Nice brown on the outside with a tad bit of red and the yellow in the center. So then I'm going to come back with some steel wool and wipe off any fuzzies that I've got. Make sure it's nice and clean. Don't have any raised grain from the water. Get a nice smooth surface. And then we'll go with my trusty Tru-oil, and we'll put about 10 coats on. And the way I do this is one real thick coat in the beginning, let it dry for 24 hours, and then come back with thinner coats over time. And then on the back side, what I did was just straight brown, and again about 6 coats of Tru-oil. So after about 72 hours, 48 hours, after the Tru-oil is all dry, I'll wet sand it with boiled linseed oil with 400 grit, and then take this to my buffer. So the boiled linseed oil sort of fills any gaps, gets it nice and smooth, and then I'll take this to my buffer. I don't actually put any compound on here, I just rub it and get a really nice sheen on this body. So the guitar is looking really good at this point, really happy with the way it turned out. Got a real beautiful coloring, nice yellow, nice brown on the outside, and it's got this bear claw Sitka. So pretty simple process to get this coloring. You heard a bunch of sound clips here in the background. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next vid.